what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Blue Collar Bros podcast. Tonight what we're going to do is Ray and I are going to go over the giveaway. If anybody is still a little bit uncertain on how to enter or what's going on with the giveaway, we're going to go ahead and explain that. And then we're going to do a little bit of about us. So he's going to talk about himself, how he started, and then I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, and also you just ate 8 slices of pizza.
Save me some. And also what we're going to do is everybody that's on the live feed right now, if you have a question for one of us, anything you'd like to know, go ahead and ask, and then we'll go through the comments, and then we'll answer whatever questions you guys have. So you want to go over the giveaway?
Yeah, let's talk about the giveaway in case anybody's still curious or confused.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know how to enter, or if they think there's another step.
So that's like the most questions I'm getting is they don't understand how to enter. A little bit of technical difficulties. Bear with us.
Just going to connect that way. Okay. So you don't have to do any extra steps to enter. We take care of all that. There's actually a tab on the website. When you go to the bluecollarbros.com, up above there's all these tabs. One will say All Day Electric, one will say CV Contracting, the Blue Collar Bros. Every tab you click on brings you to a different page of the website. So if you click on All Day Electric, they'll bring you to the page with all the shirts with my logos on them. CV Contracting will take you to a page with all Cody's logos. Then there's rules of the giveaway. And then there's also a tab that says list of entries, I think it is.
Yes.
And you can actually, after you order, you can take your order number and cross-reference it. You can find your order number, it will have your name, and then it will show you how many entries you have. Usually like 6 or 8, depending on what you get, a shirt, a hoodie, a couple t-shirts. I was logging somebody that had 22 entries today.
Wow.
Yeah, so big order.
Wow.
The bigger your order is, every $5 you spend on the website gets you 1 entry. Yes. So the more you spend, the more entries you get, the better of a chance you have.
Yeah, you'll have a better chance, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just added to the website last night in the drop-down box on the menu side. I took a picture of every single tool, every single thing that's in this giveaway. And those are the actual tools. They're brand new that we purchased. So you can go and check that tab out and actually look at each individual tool and what it is.
Yeah, and they're purchased from Lowe's. It's not from a discount store. Or It's not like they fell off the back of a truck.
Right.
So they are all brand new.
Yep.
In working condition. We'll guarantee it. We'll stand behind them.
Yeah.
Right. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message. You can always go to the website and contact us. I actually had somebody contact me about an electrical job. Again, we are contractors.
Yeah.
So
I guess that brings up a good point. So this website, the Blue Collar Bros, everything that we're doing with the Blue Collar Bros is separate from our individual companies that we own. So Ray is an electrician and he owns All Day Electric, where he is an electrician. That's his day job. Me, I'm CV Contracting. I'm a general contractor. That is my day job. So they are 2 totally separate entities. We, as 2 independent contractors, came together and formed this company, the Blue Collar Bros. So I think that was a little bit unclear too to some people, I guess.
Yeah, this is the Blue Collar Bros is more of like what we do as far as the entertainment part, right? The podcast. The website, the giveaway, that's kind of like our conjuncture together.
Yeah. So tonight we're going live and we're filming the podcast. The two of us. This one is going to be aired probably tomorrow after the editing's done. And then tomorrow we're probably going to go live again, and we're going to interview another entrepreneur. It's actually my cousin. He's been in the granite business for about 15 years. So we're probably going to air that one on live, Facebook Live tomorrow. And then that podcast won't be released until next week. So we're going to try to get on some sort of schedule. I would like, in a perfect world, I would like to have maybe a Wednesday evening go live on Facebook during our podcast and maybe cut it short. That way it's a little bit of a teaser. That way you guys actually tune into the YouTube channel.
Yeah. And
then air it maybe the next day.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
In a perfect world.
Yeah.
Like, we are new at editing.
Yeah.
And it has been...
it's a learning curve.
A steep learning curve.
Yeah.
I put that video together last night and I just like... I thought it was going to be super easy and quick, and all I had to do was knock off a second from the end of each video, and it took me like an hour.
Yeah.
Just to string them all together. And
yeah.
It did get easier from the first one. I will say that. Just putting those little, like, step one with the little flip.
I saw you did that, and I was like, oh, okay, learning a little bit.
Took so long to figure
I was
out.
like, I know what's involved in that.
I had to Google to find out how to do that. So it is... I mean, we are new to all of this. Even just learning the GoPro and what we can do, what we can't do. I can't go live because my phone's connected to the GoPro to view it while we're doing it, and just stuff like that. Learning along the way.
Yeah. So everybody that's listening right now and watching right now, like I said in the beginning, if you have a question for one of us, we're gonna do our About Me sections here real quick. And then just ask a question and we can answer it to kind of finish the video up.
Yeah. So at the end of us talking, we'll try to scroll back through the live and answer anything.
So do you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. So out of high school, went to business school. Got an associates in business management. I was working retail at the time. I just kind of sunk into the retail management world for about 5 years. Realized that it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Went to trade school, Newcastle School of Trades. Went for the electrical program. Kind of thought, as soon as I was done with that, I'd get right into the union, live happily ever after. That's not how things work. So tried to get into the union for 4 years, and I was all over the place. I did maintenance. I actually went to the railroad for a year. Then I started working non-union. I got organized in. Let me make sure this is going. Okay, yeah. So I started working non-union, got organized in. I had to go through a 5-year apprenticeship, local 712. I actually just topped out. Topping out means you completed the program. That's what they call it, topping out. I know I say that a lot. I watched the last video of me and Jake. I kept saying topping out like everybody knows what it means, but nobody has a clue. So after you go through 5 years of being an apprentice, you're considered a journeyman electrician. And I was with one company the whole time. And I had the opportunity to go out on my own, venture out on my own, and so I took it. I mean, during this whole time, I started a sporting goods company. Probably been about 6-7 years. It was 2014 I started. So I've had this little side business that have just continued to grow, and we pivoted. I actually bought a shirt printer to make shirts for the sporting goods company. And my wife has a degree in graphic design, and everything kind of fell into place to where now she does the bulk of the business with the t-shirts. We have an employee who works full-time, teeters right on part-time, full-time, but about 32 hours a week. And because I started this business, I kind of have the luxury of not being 100% dependent on that paycheck that was coming in. So I was able to go out on my own, and I'm out here fighting the good fight. You know, some days are rougher than others. Especially, I will say this: January, like halfway through January, got rough, slow, really slow. You know, the weather gets bad, and I remember just in retail, we would lose money some days in January and February. Wow. That's how slow everything. Construction usually slows down.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not exactly feast or famine. It's a little bit more trickling in. But when I first started, I was like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, I would get jobs left or right, and you know, and things I can already see things like starting to uptick again.
Yeah.
But that mid-January, beginning of February was a little tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what else. I don't know what else there is to me. I do a lot. I mean, I'm everywhere. I do a lot of things. So
that's actually how we started this together, is because he was telling me some of the things that he's done, and that clicked with a business idea that I had, and it was just the perfect fit. And that's actually how that kind of happened.
Yeah. All started on a Sunday, and we were at it by Monday.
Yeah, full steam ahead, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead, you go.
All right, well, so I graduated high school, and right after that, I joined the National Guard. Didn't really know kind of really what I wanted to do. I went to community college for 2 years and did the National Guard at the same time. Ended up transferring to Slippery Rock, where I joined their ROTC program, and I actually kind of liked that a lot, so I did a lot of my focus towards the military. So I ended up graduating with a political science degree and commissioning as an officer in the military. That was around the time where things were kind of up in the air, deployments were getting canceled, funding was up in the air, so it really wasn't a good place to be. So I ended up finding a way to get on active duty. I did active duty for a few years, came home. Total time, I think it was about 13 total years in the military. Came home, kind of had an idea that I wanted to do something in the medical field. I wanted to stay in the military, but it just wasn't working out, so I separated. But I kind of had an idea that I wanted to do something in the medical field. So I went to nursing school. So I'm a registered nurse. I did that for about 4, maybe 5 years, and realized that was absolutely not what I wanted to do. I don't agree with how nurses are being treated right now. And it's not just right now, and it's not just COVID. I'm not saying that because of that. It's before COVID was even a thing.
Real quick, that's actually funny you bring it up. That's the first job we worked on together.
Yeah.
I was doing construction, you were a nurse, but we actually both worked probably within, maybe 25 feet of each other.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So I went through a couple jobs, thinking that maybe this job would be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, it was all the same management styles, just things that I wasn't agreeing with. So I ended up leaving my last job, and I took 3 weeks off, and a friend of mine reached out to me and had a big project that they wanted to do, and I knew I kind of wanted to get into construction. So my construction background, I'm self-taught actually. I remodeled a couple of my own homes, and just friends and family teaching me certain things, learning things along the way. That's actually how I gained my knowledge. So anyway, she offered me that job, and I took it, and then boom, that's was, I think, like 9 months ago.
Yeah.
So
you've been pretty steady since.
Yeah, and I've been pretty steady since. So officially, I've been doing this officially for about 9-10 months.
Yeah.
So still pretty new, still learning a lot about the business. You know, and every day is a learning experience, really.
Yeah.
So I think that I don't know. I think that gets everybody pretty much up to speed with me. I don't really know what else to add to that.
If you have a question, ask.
Yeah, let's see. Are there any questions in this thing? Jimmy just wanted us to know that he ate 8 slices of pizza. Thanks for that.
Now, did you have most of your tools before you went out?
Yeah, so like I said, I remodeled a couple of my own homes myself. So I had toolkits. I pretty much, the only thing I think I purchased to start out was a framing gun. That's the only thing I didn't have.
Okay.
Was a small portable air compressor, because I had no need for a portable air compressor. I have my big air compressor with a line that I can just run through my house.
Yeah.
So I bought a small portable air compressor and a framing gun. That was my first purchase, and since then I really haven't purchased much as far as tools go, because I had pretty much everything ready to go.
Yeah.
So another like background is I was really into working on my own cars. So that was like my big hobby. So I have a ton of mechanics tools, which that doesn't really
correlate.
Yeah, that doesn't really correlate. So I have a ton of mechanics tools sometimes you do a job and you might need something.
Yeah.
But most of the time those tools are just collecting dust now.
Yeah.
Because I actually sold both my cars.
Oh yeah. Now, did you sell your cars to buy a truck?
No, so the reason that I sold my cars, so the 69 that I had, I sold that because I was running out of room.
Okay.
So I sold that car specifically to make room. The Shelby I sold just to pad my bank account a little bit more, because I didn't know what was going to happen. And I knew that car was pretty valuable, and I could use that cash if I needed to. Say I didn't get work or something like that, just in case something happened, or I had a major repair on my house that I had to do. I had some cash in the bank that I could use, because the car really was sitting. I mean, it was a car that I really, really wanted, and I really loved that car, but it was really sitting.
Not an everyday car.
Yeah, it was really sitting most of the time, so I felt like I could use that money as, I don't know, something better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, but just kind of hanging on to that little nest egg before I cash it in, before things go south. But I actually had some startup costs. I had about close to 10 grand in startup costs just to get going. I was doing jobs in my Saturn Ion, not the most ideal work vehicle. Putting 10-foot sticks of pipe in that little two-door.
You actually showed up a couple times at
the
site we're working at now in that car.
Yeah, so I had to get a work van.
Yeah.
I had to. Just to bring material and really organization too, because my first 2-3 jobs, I went in my dad's truck the first one, and I had everything. I just bought everything, and they were in bags, and I wasted so many minutes just looking for stuff instead of, now I have totes, like little bins for everything I bring.
Everything has a place.
Everything has a place. I have this really nice Craftsman, tool chest.
Nice,
So I needed a van. I got the van, and then I have battery powered tools, but they're an old set of Craftsman. And the battery quality isn't great.
Yeah.
And I got a new set of DeWalt tools. I wouldn't trade those in for, that was definitely a necessity.
Yeah, you're pretty much set.
Because I use those tools a lot, and those batteries, I use them a lot. So I needed them to hold a charge. So I'm not.
Yeah. And some of the stuff that you have to drill through is pretty significant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. I mean, you could go through a battery just drilling one hole.
One hole, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what you're drilling through. So we have a couple questions. Lacey Gadwell. When will there be a winner for the giveaway? She asks. So if you read the website, it's March 4th, Lacey. Lacey's my sister.
Lacey's also both of our insurance salesmen. Right?
Yeah.
So if you need any type of business insurance, hit up Lacey.
Yeah, so March 4th, that's the deadline. So actually, we had a couple ideas. I think in the rules it states we're going to do like a semi-finalist round. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. It just depends on how many entries we get and, you know, what. So the actual giveaway, how we announce the giveaway, we actually have a really interesting idea that we're going to do. And you're definitely going to want to watch it because it's going to be really entertaining.
Yeah.
So,
but if you have any ideas, shoot them on here too. We'll take them for the next one or maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we want that to be like our most fun video.
Yeah. Yeah. But March 9th, I believe, will be the announcement date.
Okay.
I think that's what it's going to be. Are there any, Jimmy Gadwell, are there any tools that you don't have that you want / plan on buying in the future?
Oh, that's a good question.
I definitely know exactly what it is.
Go ahead, you go first.
A cordless framing nailer. Because I bought pneumatic, and I wish I would have known that I could have got a cordless one just for a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known that, because I would have definitely bought the cordless. Because who the heck wants to carry a air compressor and an airline and look for electricity and stuff like that? No.
So I'll go with a simple one that I've been kind of like weighing my options on. It's when you're running Romex or like wire in a home, they have staplers now instead of pounding those little nails in or little staples, but it's a staple gun that has the wire staples in it.
Oh, okay.
So you can just go boom, 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 boom.
That would be super efficient.
It would be very efficient, but it's also way more expensive, those staples.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like cost reward. I'm like am I saving a minute, but I'm paying like $5 extra?
I smash my fingers every time.
So I'll tell you what, some you're running wires like in between rafters and stuff, and you can't get a hammer up there.
Yeah.
You just, it's like impossible to.
Yeah.
So it would be definitely beneficial. My dad keeps telling me there's a DeWalt like wire stapler. So battery powered.
So it'll fit your batteries.
Yeah.
You don't have to get another
I'm
platform.
like, oh, how much is it? He said $100. I'm like, I can't. I just, you know.
That's
like,
not that bad.
I know, but like,
I'd have spent it already.
To me, that's such a luxury. Like,
I would have spent that already.
The Stair have a radio too, a DeWalt battery powered radio, and like I wouldn't have bought that for myself.
Yeah.
That was a Christmas present.
Well, I remember the first day you brought that in. I'm like, oh dang.
Yeah,
making
like
me
that's
look
a
real bad.
That's a luxury. Yeah,
because I like either set my phone up or I got like it's like just a round speaker. Is all I
it's a nice thing because you can bring it anywhere too. Like you could bring it to the beach, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you always have batteries for it, so it's nice to have matching batteries and the whole. For me, like, you know, I'll buy DeWalt until, you know, a new battery comes out that's this thin and probably 60 amps.
Yeah. Don't they have that, like, that, what is it called? Mega Stack or something?
Oh, I have seen something like that.
I was going to say, they got something new out that I
did
remember what it was. But
good question.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good question.
Good question.
I already knew because I'm already on that. I'm like, I actually went to Lowe's to look and see if, and they were out. Because I was going to buy it a couple weeks ago just to have it.
Yeah.
It makes life so much easier.
Yeah, when you have the right tool and you finally hit that job that you need that tool. Because I have a lifesaver.
I have a cordless finish nailer now because my pneumatic was junk and it wouldn't drive the nails all the way. So I went out and bought a cordless one. So the only reason I have my air tank in the back of my truck is for the framing nailer. So I want to get rid of that, clean that up. I guess one question I would ask you would be, if you could go back in time right now, what would you say to yourself at like 8, if you were 18?
If I was 18, I would have never went to business school. Oh boy, that's a good question, because I mean, the knowledge you have now, and I've tried to tell my brothers too. So I rented houses when I was like 18. I moved out. I rented a house off my dad, and then like rented another house. So all that money went to nothing.
Yep, someone else's pocket.
Right. And I'm pretty sure my buddy Ty used to do this. He used to go to like sheriff sales and buy a house for like $600.
Yeah.
And then fix up one room at a time.
Live in it.
Yeah. And then sell it, and then go do it again.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I mean, that's like the ultimate business.
I would have probably went to trade school still. I would have went early. Coming out of high school, and maybe even went for like 2 separate trades. You know, like maybe got a background in electrical, and then maybe a little carpentry.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like live in that house, you know, buy another one because I mean, they sell them all the time.
Yeah, I think the people that do that have the ability to do that, to move, so like you would have to have like a knapsack of personal belongings.
We're talking 18 now.
That's true.
So
that's true. Yeah.
If you live in a house when you're 18 for a year, and you move to a new house, you don't have that much stuff.
Right.
And it's whatever when you're 18. No girlfriend.
You can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, you did not feel any pain, right? Yeah. And the best part is you could have one finished room, and all your buddies would be there, like, you know, because you were the guy to have the house, you know.
Yeah. So, and that's when your friends want to help you too, is when you're young like that.
Yeah,
they don't.
Everybody has time.
Yeah, nobody has really any obligations, so they have time to come help you. So that's like, that's actually That's
so
a good
when
idea.
I was renting my grandpa's old house, I had to put a whole new subfloor and replace the floor. And Gadwell came over and helped me out. And the one kid I was there, he said he was living with me, and he said, "Hey, you've been wanting to put a floating hardwood floor in here. Like, let's do it. We're all just like hanging out today. It'll take us 3 hours. Let's go do it." So
3 hours?
Yeah. So we went to Lowe's. It wasn't that big.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was probably like from here to that heat press away.
Oh, okay.
And I said, you know what? There's been bubbles in this linoleum the whole time I've been here. I just need to find out what's underneath. So like the first thing I did was cut into a bubble, and nothing was into it. And then I cut into another bubble, and there was termites. So I had to rip up.
Oh my God.
It went from being like, you know, a 1-day project to 3 weeks of working, coming home, working nonstop, working, coming home nonstop, 3 straight weeks. So.
Wow. Any other questions?
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do differently? Would you go to the military right away?
So that would be my, I don't know. I would say I'm 50-50 on that. I really don't know. It would be, I don't know. I would be 50-50 on it. I don't know if I would go into the military. I don't know. I mean, knowing what I know now, like where we are now in the world, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But then again, I'm like, all the experiences that I've got in the military and everything that I learned from it, it was worth it, but there was a lot of suffering that you had to go through to get all that. So I don't know, like I'd be 50-50 on that. But I would definitely go to trade school.
Yeah.
And I probably would have.
So trade school for me wasn't fantastic. It was you just dip your toes into a bunch of little things.
Right.
You know, so there's so much to the electrical trade. And it's funny because, like, what you're really good at in one little aspect of it, you could be terrible in the next aspect of it. Like
Yeah.
there's PLCs, there's motor control, there's residential, commercial. Some people love industrial and hate commercial. Some people thrive at commercial and can't do industrial. You know,
Yeah.
you might see a guy on the job and you're like, man, this guy sucks. But really, he might just be doing the wrong kind of work.
Yeah.
You know, he could be the best at motor control and troubleshoot and figure something out and look at drawings, and that's something that like not everybody can walk in. And so when you're in trade school, you do like, I think they do 6 weeks. 6 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So you're like commercial, you do like residential for 6 weeks, and then like motor control for 6 weeks, electronics. So you just have like a little bit of a background in everything. So when you're coming out and you need to find a job, it's tough to get a job because you can't do maintenance. They want you to like, you know, have experience. It's tough to get a job without experience.
Yeah, it's like a catch-22.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. That's like nursing too, though. So like every system, you could be a nurse specific to that system. And then when you're in nursing school, you only get taught a very brief section of it.
Mm-hmm. And
the easiest section for everybody is maternity. And I did the worst in maternity.
Really?
Yeah, my professors or instructors even told me, they were like, we never had anybody struggle in this section. Like, you're struggling.
Oh, you?
I'm like, yeah, I don't
so
understand.
You did.
I was like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
So anybody that did buy a shirt, orders are starting to ship out. Make sure you check your email and your spam folder. If you didn't get any kind of confirmation, please make sure you check the spam folder. Not on this, but I've gotten calls just from All Day Race Sports like, hey, we ordered this. I have no confirmation. I don't know if it went through. Money's out of my account. I'm like, yeah, you got an email. Check your spam.
Yeah.
And it's in there, you know, so make sure you check your spam folder because it will give you a confirmation of your order, and then B, once it ships, you'll get another confirmation. So we're asking people to wait somewhere between 7 to 10 business days as a cushion, but these are coming out in roughly a week. You know, they'll be shipped by a week. So we have to order the blank garments in, and then we have to produce them. So.
Jimmy asked another question. If I start a plumbing business, can I be considered for the Blue Collar Bros?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes. Your brother asked the question, Michael.
What'd he say?
What kind of jobs are you currently working on? That's a good question.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. Really. Like, people at his work will be like, hey, what's Ray doing? He's like, I don't know. We see each other on the weekends. I tell him what I did for the week. But, yeah. So I have a job tomorrow. I'm going to hardwire in a generator. So I'm going to give them a generator twist outlet. And so if anything ever goes wrong, and I also have to do, what's it called? It's an interlock switch. So you can't turn on the breaker to the generator unless the main is shut off, and then you have to slide a piece of metal up and tighten it.
Okay.
And then you can turn on the 50 amp generator breaker, so like it will backfeed and feed your panel.
They have automatic switches too, don't they? So if your power goes out,
yeah,
I'm sure that's not cheap.
No. Yeah, so there's actually, I don't do a ton of these, so I learned a little bit about them. So you can get a transfer switch, which you have to kind of designate which circuits in your house that you want to keep on. But this way, with this interlocking switch, we're going to power up your whole panel, and then you're going to have to decide in the moment, like, shutting off? Mm-hmm. What to keep on or off. So it's helpful that way. That way, if you want to run a load of laundry and keep your lights off while you're doing it, you can't, you're not designated to adjust your living room lights and this and that. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And then I'll be replacing some lights and a couple easy jobs after that. Finish out the week. What about you? You guys something going on in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, so I'm doing a remodeling project for an apartment right next to Pitt University. These people bought this apartment for their daughter, who's a Pitt student, and their son is just graduating, so she's going to live there for 4 years and go to school. He's 4 years behind her, so it's like genius for them. But they need all new flooring, a couple appliances updated, dishwasher replaced, stuff like that, painting, and their showers aren't functioning correctly, so I have to cut in and do some plumbing on their showers too. So decent sized job.
Now, did these people call you based on a referral, or how'd they find you?
So I think these people found me, I want to say through Google.
Oh, wow.
Because she was talking to me and asking me if this was me, and she was like going through my pictures and explaining the pictures to me, and she's like, I see you on an excavator digging around someone's house. Is that you? And I was like, yeah, that's me. She's like, okay. So most of the time there's an app. It's like a neighborhood app. I can't remember the name of it.
That with just the list of contractors, or what?
No, it's like a forum almost for people in a community. Like each community is like grouped if you look at the map. I get a lot of people on there. So like jobs that I do like locally to those communities, they refer me, and people go through and they check on there. I get a lot of people on my my business page, my Facebook business page.
Okay.
A couple people from there too.
Okay. I haven't gotten a single person off of my Facebook yet.
No?
No, not a one.
Do you post a lot?
I just started it, though.
I was going to say, if you just started it, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, and I don't post a lot from it. So I started it right before I think we started the actual, like the podcast.
Oh, so it's
fresh. Yeah.
I think you have to post quite often on that.
Yeah. But let me think. So I got a job based off of a Facebook friend that just kind of like, you know what? I take that back. It was probably from that page I started. And then the job tomorrow is actually somebody messaged us from the website. So the generator job is from this, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's an interesting job. I kind of want to watch that one.
Yeah, I might post a video of it. That GoPro just it's running super hot.
I think that's going to be another big thing, like in the industry. Generators are getting more affordable.
Huge right now.
Yeah, so I think like people are going to want that ability to switch that generator on in case of a power outage.
Yeah, the thing is, if you've had problems,
you need to do it.
Yeah. And it's just like for me with a snowblower, like if you wait till you need it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Right? Because what are you gonna do? You can't just drive and get one. You have to shovel your driveway first.
Yeah.
Before you go get one.
Yeah.
And then it might not snow again for a week, and you're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then it snows again. You're like, I should have bought one.
And then it snows a foot.
Yeah, same thing. So if you need a generator, if your power goes out a lot, or if you've had that problem, then you can't wait. You got to get it hooked up now while things have been like pretty relaxed.
Yeah, especially so when I first moved into my house, my new house, I live on a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just moved in. I don't even think I was there a month. We had a huge storm come through. My power went out for 4 or 5 days or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when we had that massive storm that just wiped out everybody's power. And I was like the last one because I live on a dead end. So, and that's right when it got cold too.
Oh, man.
So I remember I'm sitting in my house trying to tough it out, and I'm freezing. I had to call my mom, and I'm like, I need to come over. I'm freezing. I can't do this anymore. So, I mean, that's a great thing to have.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's common with people who have wells.
Yeah.
Because they don't want their pump to freeze.
Yeah.
Or what? I have no clue what a well has to do or like what it does, but
Well, if your power goes out and you have city water, you're still gonna have water.
right.
If you have a well, you're not gonna have water.
Yeah, so they're afraid like because it's so cold if it's not moving.
Yeah, your lines could freeze
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
Anybody else have any questions they want to ask? Let's see. This is your time right now. Q&A.
Time to shine.
Yeah, Q&A session right now.
We can wrap it up.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any more questions, so yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. So that was a good little Q&A. Maybe we'll get some more.
Yeah, those are some
I
good,
like that.
Yeah, those are some good questions. I kind of like this aspect. So I don't know if you guys, want to see more of this, or if you have any suggestions for us, let us know. Your brother, how much is Lacey paying for these ad comments?
I know. We should get a kickback.
Yeah, we're not getting any.
Yeah, tell Eddie we'll cut him a nice deal to hang up a State Farm banner there soon enough.
Yeah, it's coming. That's around the corner. All right, well, I guess that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we'll be in Greenville with the owner of Greenville.
Oh, yeah.
With the owner of Greenville Granite, my cousin. We'll probably go live from that one too. So stay tuned for that. But that episode probably won't air until the next week, but it'll be on live. And then this podcast will be uploaded probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think. All right. Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate the support and everything. So
Yeah, thanks for watching.
yeah.
And we'll have more interesting stuff to talk about next time.
Yeah, but I think
Sure.
we got that out of the way. It was a pretty
Yeah.
good thing to get out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.